Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the next episode of G&A Podcast. I am that super kind ninja who will yeet your ass into oblivion. Dooby-doo.
And I'm just Tamaki's #1 fan, so Roni. Casually here.
Yes, we are. He is casually here, and I am intensely here. But we are here nonetheless to talk about anime, all things anime.
Yes, and this week, as was with last week, it was another good week in anime, no complaints. So let's get right into it with not the Vinland Saga, because there's no Vinland Saga this week.
Disappointment.
And this appointment is immeasurable, but nonetheless, let us get started with Danmachi, episode 9. Obviously, a show that is just as good as Vinland Saga.
Yeah, like even you couldn't believe that one.
It was a really good episode, though. It was.
It was. Okay, you see, like this was fine. This is episode.
This was fine.
Yes, Belle literally just running around, fireball and blowing up girls left
Fireball!
Like, yeah, that actually was like funny.
It was funny.
I'm not sure if it was good, but it was funny.
Imagine running into a brothel and just throwing fireballs at everyone. I'm totally doing that in my next D&D campaign. I'm playing a fucking warlock or something, shooting fireballs at the next brothel I go to.
Fantastic. Yeah, fighting was fun. Like Mikoto getting her ass rocked. Belle running, like firebolting everyone. Belle running from Frog bitch who throws axes at him.
Yeah, that makes sense. But
like, it was very high paced episode.
It was a lot happening. Yeah, it was not like any downtime this episode. But I think the MVP of this episode was definitely Mikoto going,
yes,
embracing her ninja way of just throwing people over a fucking bridge,
yes.
Drop kicking.
That's the Yeet reference. And you just see like her drop down shit, and the girl's like, "Huh?" and then cuts to
like assassinating people. She had no chill this episode. She was just going in on everybody.
Yeah. Also, I definitely like her outfit.
She does look cool. I didn't know she was a level 2. Apparently she's a level 2.
Yeah.
Because she was like, oh, first off, I don't understand anymore what these levels mean anymore, because they just kind of just like, the power levels shift constantly. Because everyone apparently in Ishtar's family is supposed to be level 3 or higher, yet Belle is able to firebolt like 50 of them at a time and beat the shit out of them. So, I don't know.
I get, well, he's also level 3, so his power is equal to theirs.
Yeah, but shouldn't be able to take out like mass amounts of level 3s with one firebolt.
They're generic bad underlings. I'm like, listen, I could highlight that as a point of your story that makes no sense, but this is not the anime.
You have other petty complaints about this show.
Nah, I wouldn't call them petty. I would say they're definitely more important, but all the same, like, yeah, I feel like if I don't, I feel like maybe my expectations for a show have been lowered, so now I've reached a place where I can just
enjoy it better.
Yeah.
Are they getting no Guardian levels of low?
No. We're not quite there yet. I don't think any anime has quite, gotten to that point. Well, I love how Ishtar kind of like her little like facade, her cool, sexy facade like cracked. Especially when she found out that like Belle had like an anti-charm effect.
Yeah, and she's all just you did bring up a good point about the whole certain gods having certain powers and Hestia just being like,
exactly, Hestia has nothing. Like, she has nothing but I can make crack cocaine wine. I can seduce basically anyone, including other gods, into having sex with me.
I haven't seen anyone else do anything crazy aside from those two, though. I don't think, like, I'm pretty sure Freya has some kind of crazy.
I know she does. She definitely does.
She hasn't done anything yet. Haruhime was cute as well. Although I'm not sure how I feel about Haruhime, because she's kind of just like, I get why she has to be the damsel in distress, but I don't know.
She's a hoe that's going to be sacrificed. Like,
yeah,
but get any more damsel in distress than that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I like my women with more fight. Like, come on, at least fight back a little bit. Don't just be like, oh, they're gonna kill me and prostitute me, whatever. I guess this is just how it is. Yeah. Well, that's life. You get prostituted and then you get killed.
Then sacrificed. soul being used as like a super power up for a familia.
A bunch of prostitutes. The episode's name was like War Prostitutes or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's something ridiculous.
They're really playing up the fact this is a whorehouse after all.
Yes, the best whorehouse.
So I wonder how the next arc is going to live up to this, because this is actually one of my favorite arcs of the show so far. Of just because it's just so over the top. It's just
yeah. This is so far. It's a prostitute out of 10 for me.
Yes, prostitute out of 10. Moving on. Let us move on to show that doesn't have any prostitutes in it, but definitely should. Fire Force.
What?
This episode was all about Tamaki, in my opinion. Stuff happened, but I was paying attention to Tamaki the whole time.
I almost made this my episode of the week.
Really? Like, I think I'm gonna go and take the dive and make this my episode of the week. Only because the other one that I know you're gonna make episode of the week is always episode of the week. So I'm just like, listen, I gotta spread the love around, and I think that this episode of Fire Force is definitely the strongest episode of Fire Force we've gotten so far.
I think I'll make this my episode of the week too.
Yeah, this is the fight. The scene with this episode was much better choreographed than the fight from last arc with what's her name, Himibani. The fight you hated.
Yeah, because it wasn't really a fight. But yeah, that fight, that quote unquote fight. Yes, this was an actual proper fight. Like, it was very cool. Lots of zipping and zooming everywhere. Mm-hmm. Lots of people getting punched and kicked, and I'm like, this is it. Yeah, this is all I want.
Yeah,
and of course, unfortunately, the weak girl who's literally just there for fan service being like, I'm weak and I can't do anything.
That's fine, because when you look like Tamaki, I hope she's in every fight being weak and fan servicey.
Yeah.
This episode gave me like super strong fairy tale vibes. Even
the fight,
just like the intermixing of the fight being over like super awesome, and then having like random fan service and comedy thrown in here and there, and then like twist at the end. Yeah. Like that's what I like in my shonen. I don't like when a shonen is too serious. I like when they like can make fun of themselves, and I think I joke about Tamaki being the focus of this episode, but I did enjoy the fact that she was there, even if she was like a damsel in distress. She was at least there to lighten up the mood. And
yeah, she added. Even when he kept getting knocked back into her, something lewd would happen. She's like, "Go fight!
Stop fighting! Stop harassing me!" I like the twist of the what do they call the evangelist showing up?
The evangelist. I'm going to try. It's so hard to not call them the evangelistas.
The evangelistas.
Because I've watched too much Pose, but I got like at least like 5 times.
That should be their name, the evangelistas.
Okay, so the House of Evangelista. Yeah, that's what we're doing for now. The House of Evangelista showed up, and they're just like, oh, he's like, and very much like I said from last episode, he's very much at the tip of the iceberg, and well, he was iced, but then they iced him.
Yeah, they sniped the shit out of him.
Yeah, I was like,
these Assassin's
Creed
looking.
I feel like they got him right in the middle. I'm like, I'm sure they could have. If they really wanted to, they could have saved him.
Probably. Like, yeah, they probably could have.
Really wanted to do it. Like, really. But, yeah, I was totally ready to let that psychopath die, on the other hand. Because he fucked up Tamaki.
Yeah, fuck him. He deserved it.
Yeah.
Glad he died. There's another reason why I'm episode of the week, because the asshole died. Good.
Yeah.
This wasn't the typical shonen.
Oh my god, we saved him.
We can convert him to our side, and he'll be our friend.
No,
we're a power of friendship on our side. We'll take down the Evangelistas.
I mean, that's what, yeah, they're coming for the House of Evangelista. Yeah, and also the scenery when they were talking in front of like his icy corpse was weirdly beautiful. Like, it was a really nice shot.
Yeah, there's
really
a lot
gorgeous
of
shot.
Really beautiful, like just
and that
cinematography.
And that kind of disturbed me. I was like, they're literally. I'm just like, wow, that hole in his chest is like breathtaking.
Yeah, whoa, you can see right through him.
And like you can see the sunset and it glistens off the ice of his corpse. Like, I love this.
It looked really nice. The whole episode looked like it was all sunsetty. They do like the sunset tones constantly in the show, which I really, really like. It's so pretty looking. And it matches well with the fire because it's like orange and red. So yeah, that was great. I loved, well, Tamaki joined the first, or the 5th Brigade after the 8th. I'll remember them one day.
She was from the
first, yeah.
Went to the 8th.
But so Tamaki joined the 8th, but we lost Arthur because he wandered off into literally the desert. Yeah, I don't know.
And we're just like joking. We're like, he must be on a secret mission, or he literally could just be, lost.
Yeah. He could just be lost. I wonder if they're going to do a thing where him and Tamaki just like swap back and forth. Like Tamaki leaves and then Arthur. What if he is Tamaki?
No.
Have they ever been in the same room together?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Thought we were going to have an Umi neck on our hands.
No. Spoilers.
Spoilers for the literally decade-old game. All right.
Yeah.
Great episode. More of this, please, from Shouboutai. But let us move on. We have to discuss Dumbell wa Moteru episode 10. AKA the Christmas party episode.
The Christmas party episode. I love how in the beginning of the episode, Hibiki's literally, every different shot of her is her eating a different food for like the first couple of minutes.
Yeah, she always has something different in her mouth, and then she just keeps gaining weight. I like how they never really address the fact that she should just, well, they tell her like a few times, like, maybe you should stop eating, like, start eating less because it's affecting your weight loss.
Yeah, no.
And she's like, oh, fuck, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep relapsing into eating a bunch of stuff. I find that heavily relatable, so I am Hibiki, Hibiki is me.
Yeah, and I'm every other character telling him to not do that.
We had a lot of, this was the Akemi episode I asked for last week. I was like, man, we need more Akemi. And she came in strong this episode. She
really did. Oh, God. Yeah, let's just talk about the part where she just goes full yandere mode. Like, it felt very much like I was sent back to, oh no, Akakigurui.
Yeah, there was like a scene like that where it changed the animation in Kakegurui and Yumeko was just like all like dark and scary looking. It kind of felt like that.
Wait, which time? Do you mean my favorite time?
Yeah, your favorite time.
Where RGB became like a 2D character.
Yeah.
Troto.
I love that it wasn't just like she became a yandere and it was like super creepy. Like they carried the joke. It went on for a bit, and then you saw like Gina's reaction. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
And Gina's like, "Oh my god, please stop!"
Just swap back to Hibiki. Hibiki's like, "Please stop! Don't kill me!" And then only stopped because Machio came in. So
yeah, and then they're like, "Thank you."
I love that they all these characters have very unique personality traits, except for you know who doesn't have a very unique personality trait is Hibiki's friend, her boxing friend.
Yeah, you're
with her
right.
Super tight abs.
Yeah, her tight abs is still what she showed off this episode.
She shows off every episode. I think everything she wears is always low cut so you can see her abs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
that's a very distinct.
That's her character.
Yeah,
she is abs.
She is actually just the ab girl.
So wouldn't mind seeing more of her, but I think outside of that part, though, the rest of this episode was kind of weak. Just
yeah, like it was okay. I mean, I kind of the part where they were like all being all competitive to get boyfriends was cute.
Yeah, then it turns out everyone was macho, and they all had maybe they did have boyfriends too, but they also had girlfriends and wives.
Yeah, those as well. But yeah, that was only said. Outside that, it wasn't this episode wasn't anything too spectacular. It was like very like meh compared to last week's.
Yeah, last week's was actually excellent.
Which was like, yeah, that's like that should be like a standard for the show.
So it kind of went backward a bit, but I still think even when the show goes backward, it's still a good show. So
you still enjoyed it.
Yes. If you're not watching Dumbell, make sure you do. It's very fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on. We still have to talk about Lord El-Melloi II, Rail Zeppelin Grace Note, episode 10.
So I'm here for snowboarding Gray.
They made Grace super badass.
They really did.
After downplaying her for the first half of the season, they kind of just were like all in on her. Now she could fight servants. Mm-hmm. She was speaking with the servant. She's like a combat god now, and she can snowboard.
Exactly. Snowboards on the train, like
fucking Mission Impossible style. Gray needs her own spinoff. Sorry, Waver. Get out of here. We need a Gray-centered spinoff.
No, first of all, we all know that would be incredibly boring.
Now if you change her personality a bit. Make it so like Waver gets kidnapped and she has to rescue him or something. Or maybe she joins
a guerrilla. She would need like super like support from like an A+
from Rhaenys. Yes, Rhaenys and her maid. Perfect suggestion.
Shit, I'd actually watch that.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, that actually sounds really fun.
Get it. Luvia, Rhaenys' maid, and Gray,
and
their misadventures. Yes, and Cicigo can be there too.
Yay.
Starring Cicigo.
But yeah, what's her name? Hephaestion. She talks a bit about Iskandar, and she's just like, what did Gray quote that she said to Iskandar?
Oh, that she was like, "Oh, you're not really. Is this what you fought for? Or something's not really worth it, or something like that."
Something like that.
Yeah, basically, fuck you. And then she's like, that triggered Hephaestion. She's like, "What the fuck you say? How you see my memories?"
Yeah, and then she used her Mystic Eyes.
Mystic Eye that everyone has now. Yeah. Fucking the entire cast of people have.
The entire cast of Mystic Eyes.
Yeah, I can't wait for Waver to suddenly have Mystic Eyes. My prolonged exposure to people with Mystic Eyes has granted me Mystic Eyes. I did like that they added this like super stupid like Nasu-versian twist to the priest's Mystic Eyes, where it's like not only can he see the past, he can like record actions in the past and then transpose them onto the present. Like you could see a knife swing and then from the past and then
take that knife swing
like
and
kind of like cut and paste it into the like, present.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the Mystic Eye of cut and paste. The Mystic Eye of Photoshop.
Photoshop, Mystic Eyes, OP.
Yeah, they are OP.
And then she was like, well, this is going to happen to me. I can't stop from happening. So I'm just going to have like this nice little interdimensional like shell to capture my head.
Yeah. That was actually pretty neat. I feel even worse for Olga. She's just out here like having the worst life of anyone.
Yeah, she's like, damn, my dad is somehow connected to, which is interesting. Her dad is connected to all this in some fashion.
Mm-hmm.
So it ended up being like a psychiatrist that was just there to like the whole case being very centric around her and her family.
She's like the centerpiece of this case. And we had like a bunch of random characters show up. It wasn't. I don't know if it was intended to be funny, but there was one scene where they're all just talking in the train car to a crazy Policies woman, and like every time the shot went from Policies woman to like the audience, there was like a new random person sitting behind them. Like there was one dude who was just like a frog guy, and then went back to Policies woman. Then went back to them, and there was like a lowly that was just sitting there.
They like panned to like the right.
Yeah, like every time they just panned across, there was like some new weird magician there. We just never saw them.
Yeah, we just weren't paying attention.
Well, I never saw a frog person or a lowly on this train. I was waiting for them to like point out, like, were you here before?
But we did see the elephant.
The elephant dude in the corner.
Yes, he was noticed. I'm interested in seeing why Miss Trisha, before she died, to the name of the church dude, because it's obviously not him, because that's too obvious.
He kind of was just like, oh, I don't have any memory of this, so...
Because I look at the past so much, I forget my own memories.
I think that's pretty cool. I like his character.
He has like no control over his eyes, and then they're like, and just before, they're like, let me go check, they're like, Yeah, we're here to take the eyes now. Wait, no,
Yeah,
I
like
need to check for
weird alien chick from like FGO Lost Belt shows up and is like, oh wait, actually stealing your eyes real quick. Peace, I'm out.
Is she actually from Lost Belt?
No, but she looks like the alien from Lost Belt.
Yeah, she could be from Lost Belt.
She fucking came out of nowhere
and took his eyes.
I wish they would have like a cleaner way of taking it. Like she literally just took his eyes. You would think that there's some kind of like a magical process where they're like, we're gonna take the magic from your eyes and transpose them into these eyes or something. Not like we're just gonna steal your eyes from their eye socket. Like, come on, you guys got magic and you can't find a cleaner way than stealing someone's eye.
No, too much magic circuits.
Yeah, guys, look at me and my magical powers.
So yeah, it was a good episode. I'm looking forward to the next one.
I'm definitely intrigued by the mystery. So let's move on to something that would have been our episode of the week if it wasn't our episode of the week every other week. Joushi Kousei no Mudazukai, episode 10.
Also, this was not my episode of the week. Just because last week was just so like
amazing.
Oh, yeah, like I really cannot describe a word. I'd find other words to like describe it. It was so fantastic, and this was also funny. It just wasn't as funny as the last week's episode. So I'm like, okay, there's enough leeway to not give it episode of the week, but it totally could be episode of the week if I wasn't trying. If I was just like, oh fuck, I don't know what I want to do anymore, and yeah, this would be like, okay, but at least I have this show, so episode of the week.
We finally have a Robo episode after 10 episodes of her not having an episode. And I think the highlight of this episode for me was just her strategy for dealing with Baka whenever Baka and Woda are fighting, and she's just like gives her a bunch of random like childish shit to do to like calms her down, like, here, play with this bubble wrap and calm yourself, or here, can you balance these scales so that they're perfectly even and then you can drink the milk?
He's like, whoa,
why don't you thread this needle?
try to get it in, and then she can't do it by herself, and she's like, use this. He's like, oh, I got it in.
The ending where she's just like, oh, by the way, here's this, they're talking, and out of nowhere, like, here's this board game of Othello, flip the pawn and do the whole, change all the colors to black.
It just flips them all. Probably just flips them all to black without even playing the game correctly.
Yeah, it's kind of like just coming up with like a chessboard, like, here's my chessboard, put the king in check, you win. Not having to actually play the game.
God, I love how she just like she's like and she's like as she's telling Majime about what's happening, like, you're overestimating the situation. You clearly don't see what's happening.
Yeah,
she's just an idiot. She's truly an idiot.
I like that they're all idiots in very specific ways, because even Robo herself is just idiotic in terms of like a lot of her social interactions.
Yeah, she's like, her social cues are like very much waning.
The whole thing with the random dude in the background.
Yeah, that was my favorite part, actually. Where he's literally just like, at the end, where he's just like talking about like, hey, I saw your book about like your friends and how they smell, and he just goes on this whole tangent about everything, about how much he smells and how much, and then his friend's like listening in the background. Yeah, he's like, I may actually think, smell doesn't exist. I just may not like him.
They got like philosophical.
Yeah, got really philosophical about like this.
What is smell? What if it's just a genetic repulsion to this person?
Genetic repulsion. He's like, this guy's like, damn, he's a genetic repulsion.
Do I fear him, or is he dangerous? And then it comes back around just being the guy. Just eventually is like, pops out of the bushes and has like this yaoi moment with him, just like, like, I love you too, man.
He's like, yes, I see your problems, I'm sorry. And they hug, and then Moda's like freaking out.
Gets her BL moment. Oh yeah, no, it's just all the interactions are fun, even like the little bit tiny interactions like we had with Lily and Majime in the middle of the episode, where she's just kind of like just trying to hit on Majime a bit, and Majime is like, no, wait, you're my best friend, and blah, 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 not really getting the point.
Yeah. And then Lily's like, oh, why do you do that to me?
Or lowly just being lowly.
Yeah.
I love the cast so much.
The cast is like fantastic. Oh my god! In the end, when Yamai does like the whole like rapping thing.
Yeah, that was so random. Wait, let me just finish the rap.
Finish the rap. I gotta finish this.
Oh, that was the other big twist of this episode. The teacher's actually the Vocaloid music producer that Mota keeps listening to.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Random plot twist for no reason. I wonder if she's gonna find that out and just like stop listening to his music.
Oh, that's mean.
But yeah, no, great episode as usual. The show does not disappoint ever. So let's move into something that's mean to say. I'm not gonna say that. Let's move into Fruits Basket.
Oh. Wow, are you about to? Well, I was about to hear some Fruits Basket's hate.
Episode 23. There's no hatred for Fruits Basket.
I was about to say.
Only disappointment.
What was disappointing about this episode?
No, I'm not saying this episode in particular was disappointing.
It gave me everything I needed. It gave me Kyo. Gave me Kyo, and I was like, oh, that's all I want from Fruits Baskets. Kyo's 100 episodes arcade me. And then that one scene where he looks really cute and does something really cute and blushes, like when he put his head down on the table and then looked up from her with his head down, I was like, oh, that's it. That was the shot I needed.
Yeah.
You could literally just stop the anime here and move on.
And I guess this did give me Kagura, so I guess it was a good episode. I got to see a lot of Kagura being Kagura. And Toru being stupid. I like Toru being stupid too. Yeah, you're right. This was a good episode.
Exactly. I'm like, what are you talking about?
We also got to see Kyo being love-struck by his former Shisho showing up.
Oh my god, that face. I'm like, wow, I've never seen that expression from him for anyone.
Mm-hmm. Shisho, what are you doing here?
Blushing and everything.
I thought it was going to be like his father or something.
Me too.
Like, Jesus.
Oh my god.
Another abusive parent?
You're right. Yes, but because they're not related, that means they might have the hots for one another. Shisho's gonna just like do like super like flash step, like you just run up to him and be like, "Hello, my dear students.
Show me your sword fighting skills." No, this episode, it was just, I don't know, it didn't feel like anything really significant happened this episode. It was kind of filler-esque, the part with the...
Well, I feel like it's the start of something.
Yeah, it's the start of an arc, but it was kind of like this arc just happened out of nowhere, and, I don't know, the whole Toru being sick thing was just kind of...
Yeah, that was random. They were just trying to make Kyo look good.
Yeah, it was like an opportunity to just be like, here's Kyo cooking for Toru, and...
And then you'd be like, guy, just take out Toru and interject yourself for Toru, and I love this episode. And
although like, if I was, I don't know, a girl, and if I was in Toru's position, I totally would not like Kyo.
What?
Oh, he's kind of a dick sometimes.
Yeah, okay, maybe like the first few episodes, and after that, it's like, oh, you're such an asshole. Get over here.
I would like him over Yuki, because Yuki's just so boring.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, well then you can go to your little farm patch with Yuki.
Yeah, we'll go play Farmville with Yuki over
exactly.
here.
Meanwhile, my sassy cat boy
also,
feeds me when
if
I'm
you
sick.
date Yuki, that means you're gonna have like a bunch of rats over your house all the time, like always, constantly.
Like I hate cats, but
I'll take cats over rats.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, ugh. Sorry, Yuki, you ain't top tier material. Kagura is though. I'll take Kagura. Shall we move on?
Yeah, I feel like this is just the greatest of us talking about like our favorite like Fruits Baskets, like husbando / waifu. Yeah. Which, to be honest, that's how it should be.
That's pretty much half the show. So
yeah.
Let's move into our final show because there's a lot. Oh man, this should have been my episode.
It was up there.
It was definitely up there. All right,
second, third.
Let's move into Carole Tuesday, episode 20. The happening, the abduction murder episode. Like, shit got real. We're moving into the home stretch now.
Yep. It's only like it's 25 or 26 episodes.
24.
Oh yeah, so we're in
we're like really at the end of the.
Oh no, I'm not ready to say goodbye.
I'm getting the feeling that it's going to culminate in the Mars Grammys.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be where it ends. This episode was just like, after so many episodes of not plot happening, we finally have an episode where all the plot just happens.
Yeah, we're getting punched in the face of plot.
We had Mr. Tao getting arrested.
Yeah, because his benefactor / zaddy was like
sugar daddy.
Yeah,
business
sugar daddy. Exactly, sugar business daddy. He was like, no, I kind of don't want to use my research to like, sway people into politics. Because like, I guess even Tao, to a certain point, is like, that's kind of
he has standards.
Yeah, he has standards. You see his standards, and that's where the buck stops for him. Too bad Sugar Daddy does not see it that way and has him arrested.
Well, then we have Ezekiel. First off, Ezekiel, awesome rap. I gotta figure out who his rapper was, because he did sound familiar, but I don't know. But that was a really good rap. I'm so glad they actually gave it to us.
Yeah, I was waiting. I kind of wanted that. Since they introduced the rapper, I'm like, I want to rap.
And he gets arrested for immigration, overstaying his visa.
Yeah, literally, right after making a video that's clearly
basically
anti-Hillary Trump.
Yeah, he basically like, fuck the police NWA thing, and then they were like, oh, look at that, he just got arrested for overstaying his visa. I like that the name of the episode was Immigrant Song, which was like a Led Zeppelin song, and it fit with the theme. Sometimes the episode titles don't always fit with the theme of the episode, but this one did, so I appreciate it.
This one definitely did.
Which means Carole is next.
Also, I think the setting up of the takedown of Hillary Trump is happening because Kyle and Tuesday's brother met up. I forget what his name is.
Oh, right, that was the brother. Right. I was wondering who that was. Like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah,
I forgot him.
That was Tuesday's brother, and they were just like, yeah, she's kind of like awful now. We need to take her down.
Yeah, let's assassinate her. I mean, ruin her campaign.
Yes. What? What?
So there was that. There was also Angela's mom just collapsing and like.
Oh yeah, Angela and her mom, like, they get into this huge argument, and Mama just loses her shit.
Technically, like, I feel like everyone but Carole and Tuesday is just dropping like flies. Like, Carole and Tuesday are gonna win the Grammy by default because everyone else is arrested or dead. Angela's going rogue. Fucking Tao's arrested. Ezekiel's arrested. He's like, Carole, he's like,
I don't know what's happening with Angela now, because I'm like, damn, Angela wasn't even like, do I pick up the phone or do I just leave her bitch ass here?
Oh yeah, that was. Angela's like, kind of picked the wrong time to argue with me, didn't you, Mom?
Yeah, and like, it's crazy because she has her mom has an abusive past.
Yes. So I'm actually curious to see if they're going to go into more detail about what happened, because they kind of like left that thread dangling where they were like, Angela's mom's abusive, and she kind of showed a bit of it. Like, I thought she was really going to hit Angela this episode.
Yeah, me too.
So I wonder if they're going to do like a flashback next week where it's like, here's what Angela had to go through. I hope they do.
Yeah, me too.
And meanwhile, Carole and Tuesday just being Carole and Tuesday. They also had a song this episode, which was kind of nice.
Yeah, it was definitely like 80s montage.
Yeah.
Like, literally in a nutshell.
It was a montage song it was meta because it was a montage song being used for a montage.
For their montage.
Yeah. So it worked.
What it was. And the conversation between Ezekiel and Carole, which is kind of sad because it shows like the reality of shit happening. Like, hey, I was an refugee. I had to. That sweet boy you knew doesn't exist anymore because I had to do what I had to do to survive.
I have a feeling that when the show hits Netflix in US, it's probably gonna be pretty big and generate some buzz, just because of how politically charged it is.
It is incredibly politically charged, and they are just like, this is incredibly like progressive of an anime. Like, in so many ways. Like, even if you took out like the politics, it's still very progressive.
Can't wait to see the boycott from the right wing. Anyway,
me too.
let's end it with that. Hopefully, we'll see more Carole Tuesday and some of Angela's mom next week. But for now, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that like button down below and subscribe so you can catch us every week. You can also join the party on our Discord, follow us on Twitch, and follow us on Twitter. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can even donate to us on Patreon, like all these lovely patrons on screen right now. We actually have some new rewards on Patreon, so go check those out. You can even vote for what show we cover next season. I know you guys are interested in that. So if you want to donate, it's only going to cost you $1. You can vote for what show we cover next season. And if you want to go even further and donate $5 or become a YouTube sponsor, you can actually watch FGO Babylon with us when it airs next season. We'll be doing some live watches with our patrons. So if you're interested in that, go head on over to our Patreon, link in the description. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Listen, the cult of Angelista is here. They're here. They're stealing lives. They're stealing wigs. They're putting things in holes or making them if they don't got one.
And only Tamaki can save us. This has been Soberoni and
Jubidu.
We'll catch you guys next week. Later.
Bye.